Hey Fort Wainwright, Colonel Surrey here, your Garrison Commander. Today we're at the Youth Center on post to highlight all the wonderful things we have for our children that attend our variety of child and youth services on the base. We're going to focus more on the teens and youth sports today though, but the gym I'm sitting in was a brand new quality of life renovation that opened up last year. If you haven't been in here to see this place, I encourage all the parents that have 12-year-olds and up to come see this facility on the inside. We're also going to cover today a little bit about the month of military child. A lot of events going on, not only on post, but in the community for that. And we're going to talk about the Resident Advisory Board and what that does for our community. All right, to the hot topics. First thing is we're going to talk about our summer concert. 2 June, Friday, 2 June. Free to the public, free to everybody. It's a big one. It's a new thing, right? No tickets, none of that stuff. It's going to be at the golf course area, just like last year. That way we can open it up to the public and we don't need passes because you'll be coming in through Badger Gate if you're going to the concert. That way we can cordon on and off and make it safe for the rest of the public. We'll have buses that run around post at multiple pickup locations so you don't have to drive. Just very similar to what we did last year that worked out real well. But the two people, their headliners are Andy Grammer, it's kind of an alternative rock, and Frankie Ballard, he's more of a modern type country. Both pretty big names, so we hope to see you there. Again, it's more specifics. There should be a flyer we post here about the time, but generally in the afternoon and then through the evening on Friday, 2 June. Okay, next off topic, the ice rink. Many of you already know this. We finally got it open. It was a multi-million-dollar renovation. The Corps of Engineers took it all the way down to the ground. It was dirt. Some of you that may have got a chance to peek in there, and built it all the way back up. All new piping, all new concrete, brand new ice, 11th Airborne's symbol right smack in the middle. So it is open. It's open 7 days a week. A little bit for hockey, a little bit for free skate, a little bit in between. But just make sure you pay attention to those stats on there. It is a great opportunity for your kiddos. And then look out in the future for future postings on Facebook or MWR, Wainwright or MWR Facebook page. We'll get it out through the senior spouses. There's going to be a Mother's Day skate. So just look for that coming forward. Okay, next topic. Summertime coming up. We have 2 locations, 3 actual places, but 2 locations that you can go enjoy Alaska in the summer near the coast that RMWR runs. There's 2 campgrounds in Valdez. There's actually some dry cabins there too. And we have the Seward Military Resort, which has townhouses, regular hotel type rooms, even a historic cabin there. We also have a campground there at Seward Military Resort with some full hookups too if you want to drag a trailer or rent a trailer that you bring from somewhere else. Here's the cool part though. The team down at Seward has blocked off a lot of these campground sites and rooms and even the townhouses as much as they could throughout the summer that was left. There's quite a few dates available still for active duty serving families only. Take advantage. That is not the case where it was in the past. Next year, the following summer is going to be even better. They're going to block off over 50% to allow our families to get later in the year when the block leave periods are posted and things like that, to then take advantage of the reservations down there. And they can put you on deep sea charters for a reduced price also. All right, we're going to move on to our next topic.
Hi, I'm Catherine East with MWR Special Events. Join us in celebrating the month of the military child in April at a Day in the Life event. The event will be held at the Sentinel Center Exhibit Hall at Pioneer Park on Saturday, April 15th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It is a free event open to military community members and the general public. This event will bring together over 20 local businesses and organizations to give our future leaders a look into what unique opportunities surround them here in Alaska. The event will feature booths for kids, static displays, stage presentations, a hiring fair, food trucks, and door prizes. Be sure to wear purple at the event in celebration of a month of the military child. We hope to see you there.
All right, Fort Wainwright, I'm back with another awesome guest. I've got Jackie Ford here from our Parent and Outreach Services Division on the other side of Post, kind of near the Welcome Center. It's right behind the Welcome Center, if I remember right.
Correct.
I always get a little confused on that side of the base. I get disoriented. I always tell people if I'm not in the air, I can't navigate. But anyways, so what we're here to talk about today is all the events that are going on for the month of the military child, which is the month of April. Purple is the color, and it's celebrating and recognizing the sacrifices that our children make as being dependents of active duty military members. Moving all the time, deployments, those type of things, which I think makes a more resilient kid, but it does come with its challenges. So Jackie, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about what we're doing to celebrate MOMC at Fort Wainwright.
So we are actually doing a lot of events to celebrate our military children and military connected families, as we do see that they all go through many of the same transitions. We actually have a calendar of events. They include our MOMC Carnival that's going to be taking place at our School Age Center on the 22nd of April. That is free for the community. We also have a Parents Night Out event to give our families kind of that break and get some of that engagement for children who maybe they're not already in our CDCs. So we will be hosting special activities within that. And those are, it's going to be for ages 6 weeks all the way through 12th grade, actually, because it'll be in conjunction with Operation Megaphone happening here at our youth center.
Outstanding.
Yes.
And so that calendar we're flashing up right now, and we're going to have that calendar posted constantly throughout the month. So just check out the Facebook site, and you can see all the wonderful events, and of course, make a phone call if you have any questions. But that SAC event is on a Saturday.
It is on a
from 10 to
Saturday.
2, which makes it even more available for the families. There's also so you're tracking, there's an event off post at Pioneer Park.
Yes, a day in the life. And so we will have booths there. There will be activities there. Parent and Outreach Services specifically will have a booth. So if your children aren't already registered, we can get you registered. And then if you're interested in more of those activities or Parents Night Outs, things like that, we can answer all those questions.
Right, and it's a great time to mingle with the community. We're going to actually have a couple demonstrations out there. Our military dog team will be out there demonstrating how our dogs work. They're probably going to have some Marshmallow Man suits on, I call them, and stuff like that, to just show how highly trained the dogs are and what they're used for. Okay, so the last one is what can our community expect out of the carnival?
So our carnival, we are very excited for. It's actually our first in-person carnival since 2019. And so our boss representatives will have a fundraiser happening. So we'll have food on site available for purchase. We will have bounce houses. Our youth sports and fitness team is going to have obstacle courses going. New parent support program will also be in attendance, offering activities. We have some STEM and science activities that will be going on. So it is a whimsical Wonderland theme. And so there's going to be there's a lot happening in our carnival, and we're excited, and we can't wait to welcome the community and have our big first in-person event.
Well, Jackie, we really appreciate everything you do, and thanks for coming on today to give just a little taste of all the things that are happening this month.
Yes, we look forward to more time with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's hard to believe that in a few weeks' time, most of this snow will be melted, and it will be time for Earth Day at Fort Wainwright. We are celebrating Earth Day on April 28th here at the Education Center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come and take a look at the upcycled planter boxes that local students are making. They're using upcycled materials to divert waste from the landfill and also planting flowers to help pollinators. There will be over 20 different vendors and exhibits with information and activities to learn about how to protect the earth and how to get out and enjoy the beautiful Alaskan wilderness. The BOSS program will be here selling food, and the Logistics Readiness Center will be showing off one of their new electric vehicles and other neat stuff. Check out exhibits from on-post organizations like the Army Wellness Center and DPW Environmental, and off-post organizations like the Fairbanks Children's Museum, the Burro Recycling Program, and the Alaska Songbird Institute. All soldiers, families, civilians, and the whole Fort Wainwright community are invited to attend this free event. We'll see you here for the Fort Wainwright Earth Day celebration on April 28th.
All right, team, we are back, and I have the honor to introduce Lindsay Lancaster, our Director of Youth and Sports Programs, but also the Youth Center. Two distinct things, but they kind of come together in a lot of ways. So she is a busy lady.
Oh yes, definitely busy.
Yeah, so today we're just going to jump right into it. For those parents who don't know, how do they register their child for the Youth Center?
So you do have to be DoD affiliated. You got to be in the 6th grade and up. You just come over to the Youth Center. We are a little unique in that regard. You don't have to go to Parent Central Services. You can come straight to us. The only time you ever have to go to the registration for Parent Central is if you had a special need, and then you just have some additional documentation that you would need to do.
I didn't even know that.
That's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you come straight here to this building.
Can come straight here, do the registration that day, and then join the group that day.
Well, that's even better because then it forces them to come inside the building to see what they're getting into,
Yep.
which is amazing. The amount of renovations that have gone on in this building and the different areas and opportunities that all the kids, I mean, there's something for everyone in here.
There is,
Which
yep.
is what I like.
There is.
Okay, what special events do you have coming up in the month of April?
So we are really excited. We are celebrating the month of the military child here for April, and we have a youth center lock-in that we're going to be doing April the 28th to the 29th. So it's going to start at 1900 and end at 0700. And it's not just us. So we're going to have Fort Greely and Eielson Air Force Base. They're going to be joining us as well.
Oh, what? That's a lock-in.
Yes.
Holy cow.
First one since 2020.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're excited.
And so how do those families sign up for that?
So same thing, you're just going to do the registration with the youth center, and then you we'll enroll you once you get your field trip slip signed, and we'll get you in.
Do they have to be paying members of the youth center in general to do that?
I'm so glad you asked that.
Yeah.
Because you do not have to pay to come to the youth center. It is a free service, and the event that we're doing is also free.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
This whole time. 'Cause
Free.
Wow, I'm learning something every day.
Mm-hmm.
That is incredible. Well, that means my 2 daughters will be free next year, huh?
There you go.
That's awesome. All right. The next one is, it's getting warmer, so that means it's time to get outdoors. So what activities for youth and sports and fitness are coming up?
So we have registrations going on right now. We're going to extend it until April the 17th for baseball, wee ball. Wee ball is for 3s and 4s. And then also track and field. We have some instructional programming that we're going to be doing as well for fishing and golf. And we have some summer camps. So summer camps, we've got Adventure Camp, Frontier Camp. We're going to be partnering with our outdoor rec, and we're going to do some rock climbing at Grapefruit Rocks.
So
I think I just answered that question.
you sure did.
I sure
and
did.
And
Sorry.
the camps are awesome because my
Yeah.
daughters did those last year. We did the golf one and I think the archery one, if I remember right.
Yep.
They are great and very reasonably priced from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that I do want to mention is the youth sports side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
We need volunteers.
Yes, we do.
Volunteers.
Always. We're always looking for volunteers. You know, it can be anything from helping with the snack schedule to having your own team. We are always looking for volunteers. You can earn a volunteer service medal. We have promotion points can be earned. And then we also have very cool shirts. Wish I had one on right now so you could see it. We can do a flash up of it. But yeah, that's another area that we have.
Well, I'll tell you, it's too simple, right? You come into the youth center, say I want to volunteer for youth sports.
Mm-hmm.
You got to fill out a couple forms.
That's right.
You do have to do a background check, and that is for the safety of our children. Even me, who's got several levels of clearances, I still have to go through that same process. It's across the board, but it's simple and it's free to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can then coach, be
Yep.
assistant coach, a full-time coach, whatever it is that you want to desire.
That's
And
it.
once you have that background check, you're good for any volunteering events
Mhm.
on the base that involve minors.
Mhm.
So that's my ploy to you. All right, Lindsay, anything else you'd like to add?
No, just thank you for your time. We're excited. Come out to the lock-in, register with Youth Sports, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, we're excited. And again, for the public, you have to check this place out. It is truly one of the best gyms on the base, and you'll recognize that when you walk inside. Thanks, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jimmy Russell, the volunteer coordinator here at beautiful Fort Wainwright, Alaska. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our outstanding volunteers. Whether you have volunteered on the installation or off, your efforts have made a tremendous impact to the Fort Wainwright community. We have an example of one of our outstanding units, 1st to the 25th BSB, Volunteering in Action.
Hello, I'm First Sergeant Petra Salazar with HHC 25th BSB. Today we're volunteering with the Salvation Army as we deliver food boxes, produce, and other items to the residents at Golden Towers. We are joined by multiple soldiers here out of the 25th BSB. It is a battalion family event.
Hi, I'm Captain Matthew Kavarik. I'm in Charlie Company 25th BSB. If you're interested in volunteering, contact your company leadership or SFRG leaders.
Opa-hey!
Let's go!
And if you're interested in volunteering, please contact us at 353-4337 or come visit us at the Welcome Center. Thank you and have a great day.
All right, Fort Wainwright, I'm back with our next guest. I got Silvio Pellegrini. He is one of our wonderful resident advisory board members, which really means he's one of our housing neighborhoods mayors, you might say, that has volunteered his time to make our communities better. And that's why we've got him today, is to explain all about that process and what it actually delivers for our communities. So welcome, Silvio.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, Silvio, I got a question for you. So for our audience, briefly describe what you believe in, what you've seen, what happens, and what the purpose of the Residency Advisory Board is.
That's an excellent question. So the RAB is a representation of issues, problems, concerns from the community itself. And how does that differ from something like ICE, or let's say going through Facebook and reaching out to you directly through whatever channel? Is very similar. We consolidate through the community itself these issues, and as a RAB member, we communicate that to you, your command staff, and also there's a third element, and that's the North Haven community as well. So when we interface with you or North Haven, is that we actually have some level of voice to bring people's issues to the light, and that's a great thing, right? Is we don't want things creeping up, growing, turn into mushrooms of problems and then infesting, like our neighborhoods, so to speak. We don't want things to go bad before you or command staff or even the people that have the solutions can actually get there and interdict and make things better. So as a REB member, completely volunteer. We don't work for North Haven. We don't work for you. We're not government employees. We're literally people that said, hey, I would like to help make our community better, and how can I help? Right? And so there's elections that were held that North Haven facilitated, and community members voted on that, voted on people's packages, and then people are elected for X term that they're here. And that's pretty much it. We meet monthly, I think it's the first Monday of every month, and that's when we try to collect those inputs and then deliver them to you, sir.
Yep, well, I can drop the mic because that's exactly right. I'll add a little bit to that. So, literally, he's right. On Monday, the first Monday of every month, around lunchtime, I chair the meeting along with the project manager Ron Johnson. We have all the RAB members and support staff from North Haven, and that's literally right. They bring the issues to us. We take that to task, and as for one example. In one of the neighborhoods, the snow plowing, there was some issues with that. Even though they were trying to do the right thing, it created a few problems. What did we do? That same week, we put the head of the contract for Mainscape in the vehicle with the RAB member so that they could literally show them what they're talking about, and then had a plan to fix that over the next week or so. That is what he's talking about. What the RAB membership is not, and I can tell you this because I've done 18 or 19 of those now in my time in command, is where they come and they're snitching or reporting individual people. That is absolutely not what happens. That is there's another place for that. That can be done through ICE. It can be done through formal complaints through North Haven. But that's not what they're doing, and they know that. So, having said that, we only have 3 active RAB members right now.
Right.
We need several more. So if you don't know who your RAB member is, it's probably a good chance that you don't have one. So that means if you live in a certain village or community, you could volunteer. And it's wonderful. It helps us tremendously see ourselves and constantly make the communities better.
Absolutely. And I think that brings up an excellent point, sir, is how do people get involved, right?
Yes.
And I think the first thing is you got to have a will or desire to make things better. You don't have to be popular. You don't have to be outgoing. You don't have to be an extrovert. I think the most important thing is just have a desire to help improve your community. And I think that's the first step. And it can be anywhere from reaching out to your RAB member themselves, saying, hey, I have a concern. Hey, this thing is going on. Hey, I've heard this or that. Can you help me out with that issue? Or maybe have you heard anything? Just being part of that communication, because that eventually will, percolate to your level, sir. And so when those advertisements for volunteers come out, maybe they have a larger desire to participate, more time on their schedule perhaps, but it can be anything from 5 minutes to 15 to sit down and listen to somebody, show up to these meetings, that last about an hour a month, and then say, this is what my community is saying. Hey, this is what I feel like people are saying. These are issues that we have. Here, maybe some solutions. What can we do about it, sir? And I think that's really the big impact. You mentioned a lot of very important things that we're working on recently, some good accomplishments, and it would not be possible without a very receptive command staff, and very responsive contractors up through North Haven. So
I agree. It's a team effort, and,
Yes,
and
sir.
it's everybody involved. And if we're all part of that and we all have the same purpose to get better, then good things happen. But if we don't know about it, which is why the RAB exists, it's another venue to bring issues to us, and we can't do anything about it. So I encourage you to get involved with your RAB member, or if we're lacking one in that community, step up and volunteer and try it out. And I think you'll be pleased with the results. All right. Well, Silvio, thanks for coming today. I know we took time off to do it, so I appreciate it very much.
Oh, thank you, sir. Pleasure's mine.
All right. Have a great day.
My name is Cody Allen, and I'm one of the Army Emergency Relief Officers here in Fort Wainwright. It is time for the annual AER campaign, March 1st to May 15th. The primary purpose of the campaign is to spread the word about what AER is. Our goal is to inform soldiers and their families about AER programs that are here to support them. We want soldiers to make AER their first choice when they're having a financial emergency and have them not turn to payday loans and other high-interest lending institutions. Some of the most common things AER assists soldiers with are funds for emergency leave, vehicle repairs, and first month's rent, just to name a few. AER can also assist with dependent dental bills and utility bills and a long list of other things that we're able to help with. If you or someone else you know are experiencing a financial emergency, contact the AER office and let us find a way to help you. The assistance AER provides is made possible only by the generous donations of soldiers and their donors. I ask that each of you consider making a small monthly donation to AER. Your contribution is your way of connecting the legacy of soldiers helping soldiers. Be a part of providing that hand up for a soldier in need. Contact your unit AER representative to find out how you can make a donation. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, Fort Wainwright. I am Command Sergeant Major Murillo, your Garrison Command Sergeant Major, and I have here with me Mr. Donnie Hayes from the Fairbanks North Star Borough, the Director of Parks and Recreation. Okay, so Donnie, welcome.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you for coming to the show.
Yeah,
We
I
got a couple
appreciate it being here.
questions
Yeah.
that we're going to ask you. So we'll go ahead and start off with the first one. So let's talk about the roller skating at Carlson Center this summer.
So just about a year and a half ago, Parks and Recreation took over management of the Carlson Center. And when we took it over, one of the things that we heard like a lot from the community is, Donnie, when is roller skating going to happen? We have this beautiful cement, floor. We've got the ice dams that make a perfect ice roller rink.
Yep.
And so this summer, we're actually going to start roller skating there at the Carlson Center. We've got roller skates already in place for rentals. So we're just looking for folks to come out, wear their best 80s gear, and just have a blast.
Do
right?
a little roll bounce, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah, okay.
absolutely. So it's going to
All
be a great activity. We're pretty excited, and it's a good opportunity for the community to have one more thing to be able to do throughout the year.
great.
So we're
That's
pretty
great.
stoked about it.
Okay, all right, that's awesome. So what else is going on around the borough?
Yeah, so I mean, we've got a lot of construction projects.
Yep.
I mean, you guys on
As
base
usual.
know exactly how this is. You know, it's construction season. So we've got all 3 of our aquatic centers are going to be closed at some point during this year to do some sort of construction project. So, you know, just make sure people are just paying attention to when those closures are. But otherwise, we'll have our typical, you know, aquatics programming and lessons and things like that. It'll just be kind of be spread out through the year. Same thing goes for places like Chino Lake.
Okay.
Chino Lake Recreation Area is a place that a lot of soldiers are spending a lot of time at the summer.
course.
It's a great place to camp, great place to recreate, great place to boat. Unfortunately, we're also going to have a couple of construction projects out there as well. Going to put in some new ADA ramps and things like that out to the lake, which will be really excellent. Great opportunity for the community. But of course, it just causes issues. So I just want people to be paying attention to some of those construction projects. Same thing with Pioneer Park. That's another one of those areas. We always partner with you folks on the 4th of July, Memorial Day. We have our Military Appreciation Day out there. So a lot of fun at Pioneer Park. We're building a brand new bathroom.
Awesome.
And that bathroom actually is going to be a year-round bathroom, the only one that we'll have in the park. And so that way we can do a lot more activities and recreating at Pioneer Park by having those restrooms as well. So lots of cool things happening around the borough. If people want to know more about those types of things, they can join our program, which we call FLIP, which stands for Fairbanks Loves Its Parks.
That's awesome.
So they can go to our website, fnsb.gov, and sign up for FLIP, and we send out a monthly newsletter of all the programs, activities, construction projects, you name it, that are happening.
Okay, so fnsb.gov, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, you heard it. That's a site to go to.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about, let's shift gears a little bit. Let's talk about some entertainment.
Yeah,
all right,
please.
So Chris Young.
Yeah.
All right, we just
Do you
talked
know
about
Chris
that.
Young?
I do know Chris Young.
All right.
Okay,
So,
so what's going on with the community?
So Chris Young is coming to Fairbanks. We're really excited about it. Chris Young, 12 #1 hits on the country charts, multiple CMA awards. I mean, the guy is incredible, great music. He's going to be at the Carlson Center June 23rd.
Awesome.
Folks, starting in just a couple of weeks, can actually go to MWR and start picking up like a discount code for military personnel.
Nice. There you
so
go.
It's going to be a great show. We're really excited to have him in the community. It's not every day that we get a decent concert up here in Fairbanks. So whenever we have this opportunity, we're really excited to be able to share that with folks.
That's great. That's great. I really hope I get a chance to meet him, and I'll definitely be out there. I know my family and I will be out there visiting, seeing the show. So
well, you make sure to hit me up and let me know when you're coming.
I will.
And I'll show you
definitely
around. Maybe I can get you backstage.
I don't know. We'll see. Opportunities, right? So
you gotta always work the angles.
Yep. So speaking of opportunities, you know, Fort Wainwright has tons of job opportunities for soldiers, for family members here on the installation, and for the civilian, for the community. Well, what else do we have in the community, in the Fort or in the Fairbanks community, in the North Star, in the borough? What other community opportunities do we have for summer employment?
Yeah, there's all kinds of summer employment. Do you want to run the Pioneer Park train for us? We need someone to run the park train. It's a great job, 40 hours a week, typically 3 days or 4 days a week that you come out and you just run the train for the community. Not a difficult job, but pays pretty decent. And we're looking for that person that just wants just a fun summer job. We're also looking for people to do our park specialists, help with mowing, taking care of our parks and all of our plants and flowers. But at the same time, we're also still looking for lifeguards. I know you guys are looking for lifeguards here too.
Same thing.
A lot of our staff work together, trying to make sure that we have opportunities for that available. But those are not just summer programs or summer jobs. Those are also, year-round jobs. And there are lots of great year-round positions throughout the borough. Another opportunity for them to go to fnsb.gov and check out the jobs. But if they're looking for something with benefits, we have that. If they're looking for something that just to kill some time during the summertime, we've got that too. So lots of great opportunities.
That's great. That's great. So, well, I'll tell you what, Donnie, I really, really appreciate you taking the time out today and coming out and visiting us, visiting Fort Wainwright, taking the opportunity to come sit down and have a conversation with me to give us a little bit of information about the borough. So really, truly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Right.
It was my pleasure.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, Fort Wainwright, thank you. Have a good day. All right, we're going on to the next segment.
Hey team, welcome back for some closing pointers. First thing is we're in the throes of JPMRC, that's Joint Pacific Multinational Readiness Center exercise. 211's taking the fight to our Bobcats out in 111. Should be pretty interesting to find out how that all ends up. But great training on this post, wonderful support from the community. They had the largest airdrop, we believe, maybe in the history of Ladd Army Airfield on this space a few nights ago. Wonderful success across the board. A lot of stuff happening up here. One thing that is also happening is, and you hear me talk about this a lot, but we are in the full throes of breakup right now. Thaw, melt, freeze, over and over and over again, which creates incredibly dangerous situation on the roads, the sidewalks, everywhere you're stepping. So I implore you to go slow, drive slow, take care of yourself, don't be in a hurry, and you will be fine. And then before you know it, it's going to be June, and we're going to be on the Chena Bend Golf Course, which, by the way, is where the next Arctic Vibe is going to be for the month of May, to showcase not only the Chena Bend Golf Course and the wonderful things we have there, but a little bit more outdoor stuff on top of what we've already talked about. So with that, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Stay safe. Arctic Tough.